Hello everyone, my name is Venkata Sriram and now I am going to deal with the topic of linear regression today. The linear regression means the modeling the relationship between a scalar response and one or more explanatory variables. Let's jump into the topic machine learning. Actually, the machine learning can be classified into three categories. The one is supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. This supervised learning is also known as the task driven, which uses the classification and regression analysis. And unsupervised learning is also known as the data driven, which comes under the clustering and association techniques. And the reinforcement learning is the true AI in which the software components learns to react to an environment. Now, particularly the regression analysis will comes under the supervised learning. Let's see how the regression will works and what do you mean by the regression. Without knowing the data, we can't move the regression analysis. Let's see how the data might be of any form. Broadly, it was categorized into a categorical and a numerical data. And in other words, nominal and ordinary, interval and ratio also. The data has been of different types, means of numerical data, categorical data, time series data, text data. The time series data actually contains the time as well. Let's see an example of COVID-19. The COVID-19 data can be used as a time series data, as the data contains the date, time of recording the COVID-19 patients as well. Further, the data can be categorized into structured and unstructured data. What do you mean by the structured and unstructured data? The structured data can be displayed in rows, columns, and relational database. Very perfect structure. We can see that structured data as an example of CSV files and Excel files as well. Comes under the unstructured data, it can be displayed in rows, columns, and relation. It cannot be displayed, right? The structured data contains the numbers, dates, and strings as well. And whereas the unstructured data contains images, audio, video, whatever. If you see the structured data, we can take the Excel file and CSV data files can be taken example for structured data. Then what do you mean this unstructured data example? If you are doing a shopping in Amazon.com or Flipkart as well, you can see in the description of any product, the description allows images. It allows the star rating, it allows the features, it allows some tables as well. The data which will be provided by the shopping sites below the product will be considered as an unstructured data. And the structured data can be estimated 20% of the enterprise data. And whereas in unstructured data can be estimated 80% of this enterprise data. It requires the less storage when comes under to the structured data and requires more storage of unstructured data as it contains a large files including the image, video, audio, etc. And it was easier to manage and protect the legacy solutions of structured data and more difficult to manage and protect with legacy solutions with unstructured data. This picture depicts the structured and unstructured data. Right. After knowing the data, we just need the relationships. What the available relationships? The relationships between the data is important in order to perform the regression analysis. In science, we frequently measure two or more variables in the same individual, like in case, object, etc. We do this to explore the nature of the relationship among these variables. There are mainly the two basic types of relationships which cause a beautiful impact in our analysis. One is the cause and effect relationships and another one is functional relationship. Let's see what the cause and effect relationships. This cause and effect relationship is the relationship between the two things when one thing makes something else happen. For example, if we eat too much food and do not exercise, we gain weight. Eating food without exercising is the cause. Weight gain is an effect. There may be multiple causes and multiple effects, right? And think about when you woke up today, in all likelihood, you are probably woken by a sound of an alarm clock, right? The alarm sound was the cause. Without the alarm, you probably would have overslept. In this scenario, the alarm has an effect of you waking up at a certain time. And this is what we meant by cause and effect. The cause and effect relationship is a relationship in which one event makes another event happen. One cause can have several effects. And the functional relation refers to the effect of independent variable on a dependent variable. there might be two variables. One is dependent and independent. We consider the x is a dependent variable and y is an independent variable. An independent variable is something that is manipulated to an effect to change in another variable that was a dependent variable. Changes in the independent variable result in changes in the dependent variable. Then there is a functional relationship between the two variables that was related to the functional relation of a data. Comes under to the regression model. A function, a mathematical relationship enabling us to predict what values of one variable y corresponding to the given variables of x. There is a relationship between the x dependent and the y independent variable, and the y is referred to as a dependent variable in response variable or the predictor variable, and x is referred as an independent variable, the explanatory variable or the predictor variable. Here we consider x as a predictor variable and y is the predicted variable. There's a lot of chance between the predictor and the predicted. Although the regression analysis will comes under to the dependent and independent variables, the linear regression, how the linear regression will works. It was one of the easiest statistical model in machine learning. In machine learning, the statistical impacts are very important in order to classify any problem in the real-time scenario. So it was used to show the linear relationship between a dependent variable and one or more independent variables. Like the typical application of regression variable can see in evaluating the trends and sale estimates and impact of price changes and the weather forecast. See, in the impact of price changes, there might be some prices in the petrol and diesel. In the last few years, we can take trend of increasing and decreasing of price changes based on the scenarios what we are facing today. And the weather forecast also. Based on the climate changing and the global warming, the weather will also changes as per their routine. So these all are tend to increase and decrease as per the scenarios what are going actually in the world. So we use it to show the linear relation between a dependent and another independent variable that will comes under this linear regression. Let's see how the linear regression representation works. As we all know aware about the line equation y equal to mx plus c, where x is an independent variable, y is a dependent variable, m represents the slope and c is the intercept or constant variable. There is a graph of x and y axis as well. In the x, we represent the independent variable and y the dependent variable, and there is a line. We represent the line equation as y equal to mx plus c. That line represent our model, what we are going to predict. If we know the dependencies of data, if we know that dependent variable x and independent variable y, then we can easy to predict the values as well. So for that prediction, we need to draw a line based on the scenario of line equation. So we need some more data in order to collect that. Let's see an example for that. This regression model. A typical linear regression model can be represented in the form of y equal to b1x plus b0, where the b1 is a slope and b0 is the intercept. As I already discussed, y equal to mx plus c, where m can be replaced as b1 and c can be replaced as b0, and m is the slope and c is the intercept or constant as well. See, there are some. This is a scatter plot. This is scatter plot of dependent and independent variable plotted already. There is an estimated line cross across the line. The regression line has been drawn. So if we want to predict, there are some distance between some points to the line. Then that line will be causes error. We can estimate the error of by means of root mean square error, and another errors also. We need to minimize the error. That means if we plotted the graph between the independent and dependent variables of the data, we must ensure our regression line should be meet the criteria as minimize the errors. In this picture, you can clearly see it was completely based on the regression analysis. We can able to predict the line with suitable slope and intercept as well. Yeah. That line can meet our requirements to reduce the errors. Reduce the error means the distance between the regression line and the points what we are plotted should be minimum. How can we achieve that? So we have to we have to do some of the methodologies that we are going to discuss further. That was the trial and error method, and some are the methods to ensure the correct fit of the regression line in our data. And that how can we achieve that? What are the steps to do so to achieve the linear regression model? First of all, we have to examine the scatter plot of the data. Does the relationship look really linear or not? Are the points in location they should be or not? Do we need a transformation? Is there any chances of or possibilities to need to transform the data as well? Assuming a linear function looks appropriate, estimate the regression parameters. And how do we do this? The method of least squares. This is also one method in order to reduce the errors. If there is a significant linear relationship, estimate the response of y for a given variables of x and compute the residuals. And the linear regression analysis, that we have the linear regression formula at y equal to b1x plus b0 plus error e or something. We are added an error that will also comes under the regression line formula as well. Initially, we calculate the value of slope and predicted the values of y for a given x, and we have the slope b1 as the sum of x minus mean of x into y minus mean of y by the sum of x minus mean of x square. This formula will able to create a more perfect regression analysis, perfect predicted line as well. Thus, we can calculate the b0 value and find out the line of regression. And the final step is to reduce the distance between the actual value and the predicted value, or in other words, to reduce the error between the actual and the predicted value. Thus, the line with the least error will be the best fit line. In order to check it out, we calculate the coefficient of determination R square value. So for that R square value, there is a formula of sum of y predicted minus mean of y square by sum of y minus mean of y square. Thus our ultimate aim is to reduce the error, that means the distance between the actual and the predicted value. This was the steps in order to achieve the regression model. And in the upcoming session, we are going to perform this regression model on predicting the medical charges of a person using a simple linear regression analysis. In this project, we are going to pre-process the data first. After pre-processing the data, we are going to exploratory data analysis. After analyzing the data, we can able to predict the regression model and perfect model fitting as well. These all parts can be divided into two parts. Soon we are going to discuss all these parts and coming up with the project of predicting the medical charges of a person using simple linear regression analysis. So that's it, the session. I hope everyone can understand what is the linear regression and regression analysis as well. In the upcoming session, you will know more clear about the regression analysis. And that's it for now. Thank you for watching the video.